What's going on, you guys? Frost here, and I'm back with another video. Today I'll be telling you guys how to play against Draven. When playing against Draven in lane, you have to make sure you out-trade him at all times. It is rarely a good idea to go for straight up fights against the Draven because he does a serious amount of damage with his axes. But in the bot lane, it is mostly the support that will decide how the lane has to be played. So if your support is better than the enemy's support in the early game, the chances of you winning fights increases by a lot. The entire time Draven is farming, he's racking up passive stacks. Once he starts to get a fair amount of them, play safe, and potentially ask your jungler for a gank to make sure he cannot cash those stacks in. As soon as he is able to cash in, playing against a Draven will suddenly become much harder. In the mid to late game, Draven is quite scary if he gets going, which is the same for every AD carry. But you also have to remember that he will be very squishy as well, and one-shotting him will not be that difficult. Then, a few good items to get against Draven, starting off with Renderwinds. This is probably the best tank item to get against a Draven. It will block a lot of his damage, so even if you're playing an AD carry, it is strongly advised to just get this item in the late game because it will simply help you out the most. Another great item is Ninja Tabis, for a lot of bruiser type of champions. These boots will straight up block 10% of Draven's auto attack damage, which is his main damage source. Then for mages there is Zonias. This is pretty much the only armor item you'll be able to buy on mages. And last but not least, we have the Mortal Reminder. This item is great against Draven because it blocks him from constantly lifestealing to get his health back. Morello will have the same effect. Reducing his lifesteal is key when you're trying to fight a Draven, because it will make him quite easy to kill. Good champions to pick against Draven are as followed. First up we have Caitlyn. This is the best champion you can pick against Draven in lane. Her massive range will make sure that you're always able to out-trade him. It is very difficult for Draven to do anything in lane but farm when he's playing against the Caitlyn. Another great pick against Draven is Jhin. This champion has a lot of range built into his kit, but he also has a lot of quick burst damage. And this makes trading with a Draven very easy. However, if you are Jhin against a Draven, try to avoid taking longer fights because Draven will out-damage you in that case. Up next we have Leona, or rather any aggressive support. If you have a support that is able to put a lot of pressure on the enemy AD carry, it will become really difficult for Draven to rack up his passive stacks. And if he then makes one mistake by walking out of position, a Leona ultimate or any type of engage will shut him down completely. Draven is a very risky pick in general. If you get going in the early game, it is nearly impossible to beat him. But if you cannot get going, then he will be nearly useless. For this reason we have Lee Sin, or rather any type of early game jungler that is able to put a lot of pressure onto the bot lane. If you shut down Draven early, by ganking him a few times, he is completely done for. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you've enjoyed it or learned anything from it, please remember to hit that like button right below this video, as this helps me out quite a lot. If you want to see more videos from me in the future, make sure to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!